Hello everybody, today we've got the first round of the 2024 recent president spinner battle. If you've seen the other spinner battles, you know how this goes. We've got the normal 2024 electoral map, and this time we're going to do the 12 most recent US presidents. I've got the Google spinner, and whoever's number comes up is going to win the state. After we fill out the map, the lowest total is going to be out. I had this suggested to me in the comments. This should get us through the next few months. After that, we could take a look at a 2024 battle. So I've got the candidates numbered in order. The farthest back is number 1, that is John F. Kennedy. Number 2 is Lyndon Johnson. 3, Richard Nixon. 4, Gerald Ford. Number 5 is Jimmy Carter. Ronald Reagan is number 6. George H.W. Bush is 7. Bill Clinton, number 8. George W. Bush, number 9. Barack Obama, 10. Donald Trump, 11. And Joe Biden, number 12. We've got 6 Democrats and 6 Republicans. Some people really enjoy these battles, other people think they're totally pointless and random. I completely get it, but I usually say this is just a distraction once a week from the grind of regular politics. And there's all different kinds of ways you could fill out the map. Since it's all random, I don't really think it matters, so to keep it consistent, I'm going to do it the same way I've done in the previous spinner battles. So that's it, this is the time to make your picks for who you think is going to go all the way, who's going to be the unlucky one out in the very first round. So sit back and relax, grab your Skittles, whatever's going to put you in the mood to see a lot of colors. Hopefully we have a lot of excitement and see something we haven't seen before. We're going to get started in the first state, and that is Alaska. And with 12 candidates, every state is going to matter. It's usually chaotic in the first few rounds, but I think we're ready for the very first spin. So let's get into it. The last frontier is the first spin in round 1. Here it is, and we've got number 12. Look at that. Joe Biden, the incumbent. He's the first one on in the first round. Long way to go, but let's go on to Hawaii. Here comes 4 electoral votes. We've got a 6. That is going to be Ronald Reagan. The next state, we go to the Northwest. We do Washington. We've got 12 electoral votes. And we've got a number 3. It's going to be Richard Nixon. He's in first place. Let's go south to Oregon. 8 more votes here. Who is going to get them? Number 4, Gerald Ford. He's going to snag 8 electoral votes. Now we've got California. This is a huge state, and early on, the huge states are pretty much a free pass to the next round. So let's do the spin. Here it is. We've got right on the line, but that's a 3, and that's Nixon. Picking up his home state of California and his second state overall. It's looking good for Nixon in the opening round. Next, we've got Nevada. Here comes 6 EVs. Who's going to get them? Number 11. That's going to be Donald Trump. DT, he snags his first state. Let's go to Idaho. We've got 4 electoral votes. And that is 2 in a row for Donald Trump. That's tough to do with 12 candidates. Let's go to Utah. We've got another 6 in the Beehive State. And those 6 are coming to number 7. It's going to be George H.W. Bush. Next, Arizona. 11 votes here, down at the border. And that's a 2. It's going to go to Lyndon Johnson. Johnson with his first state. Next, we go to Big Sky Country, Montana. 4 votes. Number 8, B.C. Bill Clinton. He's in on the action. Wyoming is next. 3 electoral votes. And those 3 are coming to number 6. That is going to be Reagan picking up state number 2. Next, Colorado. 10 votes in the Centennial State. That's 4. It's going to Gerald Ford. Next, New Mexico. 5 electoral votes. And we've got a number 1 right over the line for John F. Kennedy. First state for JFK. Now we go to the Dakotas. We got North Dakota. That's first. That is number 12. It's going to be Biden picking up his second state. After that, we go to South Dakota. 3 more votes. Number 10. We've got Barack Obama picking up his very first state. Let's go to Nebraska. We do at large first. 2 electoral votes. Here comes the spin. And that is an 8. It's going to go to Bill Clinton. Next, Nebraska's first congressional district, 1 electoral vote. And that's a 9. We've got George W. Bush with his first electoral vote. Let's do Nebraska's second. 1 electoral vote here again. Number 1. That is going to be Kennedy with another electoral vote. Next, we go to Nebraska's third. Last vote for Nebraska. Number 11, Donald Trump gets 1 out of Nebraska. Next state, Kansas. Here comes 6 more votes. Who's going to snag them? Number 1, Kennedy, picking them up. Oklahoma's next, 7 votes. In the Sooner State, coming to number 8, Bill Clinton. Clinton into double digits now. Next state, it's Texas. We've got a ton here. We've got 40. And everybody actually in on the map except Jimmy Carter. So Carter looking for a 5. Let's do the spin. Here it is. That's an 11. Donald Trump swiping a massive state. And he's closing in on Nixon for the top spot. Let's go north to Minnesota. We've got another 10 votes waiting to be snagged. And those are coming to number 6. Reagan into double digits. Next, Iowa. 6 more votes. And that's a 1. John F. Kennedy snagging Iowa. Let's go to Missouri. We've got another 10 votes. And these 10 are coming to number 1. Again, Kennedy going back to back. How about Arkansas? This is Bill Clinton's home state. Let's see if he can put up an 8 and claim these 6 electoral votes. No, that is a 4, and that's going to go to Gerald Ford. Next, it's Louisiana. We've got another 8 here, down in the Gulf. And that's a 7. George H.W. Bush. Next, Wisconsin. 10 more votes. Here comes the spin. These 10 are coming to number 2. That's going to go to Lyndon Johnson. Illinois is next. Barack Obama's home state. A lot of votes here. 19. Who's going to take them? Number 1, Kennedy. Kennedy with his 5th state. Let's go to Michigan, where there are 15 electoral votes waiting. And this is Gerald Ford's home state. And that is a number 4. Right on cue, Ford snags his home state. Next we go south to Indiana, the Hoosier state. Here comes another 11 votes. Who's gonna get them? Number 10, Obama. He's into double digits. Let's do Kentucky, the Bluegrass state. Here comes 8 more votes. Number 9, George W. Bush. That puts him at 9. Tennessee is next, the Volunteer state. 11 votes. Number 12, Biden. He's into double digits. Let's do Mississippi. We've got 6. And these 6 are coming to number 10. It's going to be Obama picking those up. Alabama is the next spin. Here it is, 9 votes. Number 3, Richard Nixon. He's getting them. Next state, it's Florida. 30 votes. Let's do the spin. And that's a 12. That's going to Biden. Biden with a big state. Next, it's Georgia. It's Jimmy Carter's home state, and he is still the only one not on the map yet. There's plenty of time left, but let's see if Carter can put up a 5. Here comes the spin. 16 votes. That's a 1. Kennedy picking up Georgia. Let's do South Carolina. We've got 9 more votes. Who's going to take them? Number 8, Bill Clinton. Next, North Carolina. Here comes 16 votes. That's another number 1, Kennedy. He's getting another 16, and that actually puts him in first place, 4 ahead of Nixon. Let's jump up to Ohio. We've got 17 votes. Let's give those to number 4, Gerald Ford. Next, West Virginia. 4 more votes here. And that's a 9. That's going to go to George W. Bush. Now we jump up to the northeast corner. We've got Maine at large. We've got 2 votes. And that is number 2. That's going to Lyndon Johnson, Maine's 1st congressional district. 1 vote. Number 4, Ford, Maine's 2nd. 1 more vote here in Maine. Number 6, Reagan, picking that up. Next, New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes. And let's give those to number 11, Donald Trump. Next, Vermont, the Green Mountain State, 3 electoral votes. We've got a number 12. That's going to Joe Biden. Next, it's New York, 28 votes. This would be a great time for Carter to put up a 5. Second to last place is George W. Bush. Let's get to the spin. Here it is. It's not a 5, it's a 3. Richard Nixon regains first place from Kennedy and is the first one into triple digits. Next, it's Massachusetts. Here comes 11 votes. And that is a number 11. Donald Trump having a lot of success in the opening round. Let's go to Connecticut. Let's give out a lucky 7 electoral votes to number 1. That is John F. Kennedy. He just missed his state of Massachusetts, but I'm sure he'll be fine with Connecticut. Let's go next door to Rhode Island. We've got 4 more votes here. Number 11. Again, Donald Trump picking up another 4. Let's go to New Jersey. 14 votes. Here's the spin. That's going to be number 3. Nixon. He's going to add another 14 to his column. Let's go to Delaware. Here's Biden's home state. 3 votes. Number 1. Another one for John F. Kennedy. Maryland is next. 10 more votes. And that is number 10. Obama claiming another 10. Washington, D.C. is next. We've got 3 votes. And that is number 12. Biden. He claims D.C. Now we've got 2 spins left. First is Pennsylvania. And Carter has 2 chances to put up a 5 or he's going to be eliminated. If he does, George W. Bush is on the bottom. So let's do it. Here it is. That's an 11. That's Donald Trump picking up PA. Last spin, it's Virginia. If Carter puts up a 5, then he's tied with George W. Bush and we head to a spin-off. If it's not a 5, Carter, unfortunately, is going to be the first one out. Here's the spin. Let's do it. Can we get a 5? No. That's a 7. And that is going to George H.W. Bush. And that wraps up round 1. The winner with 117 is Richard Nixon. Second place, tied with 89, are John F. Kennedy and Donald Trump. All the way at the bottom, Jimmy Carter, his number just did not come up. We've seen this before in the opening round with so many candidates, there's a chance you just slip through the crack and never see your number. So we've got to say goodbye to Carter. He edges out Bush in second to last place with 13. Reagan third from the bottom with 18. So take a look at this map. Kennedy and Trump put up a lot of states. So everybody moving on to round 2 except the 99-year-old Jimmy Carter. This was a lot of fun. I hope your pick made it to the next round. So let me know in the comments. Are you psyched for another 10 rounds of this? Do you have 1 or 2 picks down that you hope to go all the way? Are you sad to see Carter leave or were you glad to see him go out in the first round? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next video.